31 of the 47 monarchs you served lost their power. 3 of them were poisoned. 9 of them lost by fighting bravely on the battlefield. You witnessed them all. You carried the entire burden of them all. You felt all of their emotions inside yourself. You are not aware of it, but the worst is yet to come. You are not just a throne. You are one of the secret witnesses of history. Your destiny began in Mesopotamia, before Christ, with the trembling of a stonemason's hands. Every strike of the chisel shaped you further. As the dust of the stone was blown away, it scattered into the air. He worked on you continuously for 3 weeks. With each sleepless day, you took more and more shape. You were constantly crafted without knowing for whom you were being made. When someone said you were being made for the king, the stonemason panicked and his chisel slipped. You got a crack on the left side of your armrest. The stonemason's eyes froze when he saw your crack. He immediately covered it up, brushing it aside. Even though thousands of years have passed, that crack is still there. Nobody knows. They carry you to the palace with great care. 4 strong men carry you on their shoulders. A few times you face the danger of falling. They take you through a massive gate. There are high ceilings. Under the torchlight, that man, the king, looks at you. He looks for a long time. In his eyes, you see that ambition, his hidden desires. Then he sits upon you, as if you are carrying the whole country. You are not aware of this yet. When that man bids farewell to life, his son will sit. He has the same weight. It is as if this weight comes from the throne, as if you are giving that weight, or maybe you are just carrying it. The king passed. You did not pass. After some time, you open your eyes in Egypt. You are no longer made of stone. They have covered you in gold. They have added ivory armrests to you. Hieroglyphs are upon you. What you notice is that the name of God and the name of the pharaoh are written the same. Here, they say there is no difference between God and the pharaoh. You hear this from the people? A man sits upon you. Young, very young, around 18 years old. You think it is Ramses, but it is not Ramses. Someone who came before him. His hands are slender. A fear dominates his eyes. His commanders are talking. The advisors are talking. This man is just listening. With every passing moment, you feel it more. This man does not want to be king. He had no choice in this matter. Even if he did not want to be, he was a king. 3 years pass. The king falls ill. 40 days later, he bids farewell to life. The people weep and mourning is declared. Then a new king arrives. You see that there is no fear in his eyes. Someone older and harsher. You feel it when he sits upon you. His hunger for power eats him alive. From his sitting, the crack on the left armrest deepens a little more. The pharaoh passed. You did not pass. You open your eyes on a ship. You are about to arrive in Rome. You are being carried by different hands, different culture, different language. You are in Rome now. They drape a purple cloth over you. They remove the ivory and replace it with marble. They do not know that the crack is still there. Nobody can fill it. They do not dare to fill it. Only you know its story. The man sits upon you, 20 years old, with curly hair, named Nero. He has just emerged from his mother's shadow, or so he thinks. He is interested in art. He writes poetry. He plays music. An artist king. Rome had never witnessed such a thing before. Rome did not want such a thing either. 2 years pass. A turmoil occurs. In the 3rd year, his mother's footsteps are heard in the corridors. Then, silence. A silence never to be heard again. You know very well what that silence is. But thrones do not speak. They only carry. You had carried him for 14 years. Then a rebellion began. The Senate made a decision. Nero fled. Behind a bush, by his own sword, he bid farewell to life at the age of 31. After that night, you were left alone. You and the torchlight. In that silence, for the first time, you understood that the heaviest moment was not when someone was sitting on you. It was the moment when no one was sitting on you. Nero passed. You did not pass. Centuries pass. Hands change. Languages change. Names change. But that crack is still there. Now it stands like a decoration, as if made on purpose. Nobody asks how it happened, and nobody will. One more person sits, 23 years old, named Edward. Blonde, tall. He had returned from battle in the morning. The marks of armor still stood on his shoulders. He sat on the throne, and 2 hours passed. No one knows what he did in those 2 hours. Perhaps he cried, or perhaps he was just tired. Every time he placed his hands on the armrests, he felt that crack in his hands. His fingers rested in that crack. His advisors are talking. Maps are being opened. A new campaign is being planned. To the north, to the mountains. Just before winter begins. He did not go before winter began. On the 7th of November, a messenger arrives. The message is very short. Edward had lost on the battlefield, wounds on his neck, on his forehead. He did not suffer. They always said this last sentence, he did not suffer, as if it were a consolation. 8 months later, a child is born. Edward's son. He will never see his father. He will never know how he sat on the throne. He will only know his stories. As those stories are told, lies mix into them. You know the truth, but thrones do not speak. Edward passed. You did not pass. You open your eyes in Istanbul. This time you are not wooden. There are mother-of-pearl inlays and gold embroideries upon you. There are Arabic writings on each part. Every letter is a prayer. Every prayer is a trust. You are now the trust of God, and the one holding it is the deputy of God. That man's name is Suleiman, 26 years old. When he looks at you, you understand how thoughtful he is. You get a strange feeling. Most people who sit here look harsh either out of fear or out of hunger. This man thinks. A thinking man is dangerous, both for his enemies and for himself. He sat for 46 years. A whole 46 years. Struggles, conquests, laws, poems. All of these came out of this room. It came out of this throne. Europeans called him the Magnificent. His own people called him the Lawgiver. Kanuni. What do you call him? You are just carrying. His last day came at the age of 72. He was on a campaign. Early in the morning, in his tent, there was only a doctor beside him. When they brought his body to Istanbul, he was beside you, but you were not empty. Power did not tolerate a vacuum. It never did. Suleiman passed. You did not pass. Time passes. After a while, your eyes open in Paris. There is something approaching, a revolution. Sitting upon you is Louis XVI. Looking in his 40s, but actually 38 years old. His hair has turned white early. With his trembling hands, he gets caught on that hollow in the left armrest. He lingers for a while. He is aware that there is a crack there. He does not care. Outside, the voices of people shouting. They have been shouting continuously for days. They are no longer shouting for bread. On the 21st of January, in the morning, you open your eyes to a loud noise. They take him away, but you remain. It is as if the room is ice cold. Silent. There is absolutely no one. There is only you. You hear the sound of the crowd from afar. Then, a single sound comes. The sound of iron. Short and decisive. Then, shouts of victory begin to be heard. For 3 days, no one comes to the room. The revolutionaries want to carry you away. They do not have the courage to remove you. The symbol of the old regime. You are a valuable and dangerous symbol. Value outlives ideology. On the 4th day, the sound of the door wakes you up. A new man comes from across the room. He does not wear a fancy uniform. Very plain. He sits down heavily. At that moment, you understand. The revolution sat on the throne. The revolution was a king. Louis passed. You remained. A small man. His shoulders are wide, but his neck is short. He sits quickly, as if he has no time at all. 10 years. In 10 years, he conquered Europe multiple times. He lost multiple times. He reshaped it multiple times. Every morning, new maps were determined. Every evening, new routes were chosen. His sleep decreased. His eating decreased. The time spent on the throne did not decrease. Every decision came from here. He was sent into exile twice. On the second time, he could not return. On a small island in the Atlantic, at the age of 51, he bid farewell to life. In his last words, there was France. Perhaps the only thing on his mind was his throne. Or maybe he just wanted to go home. Napoleon passed. You did not pass. After a strange journey, you understood it was London. The English are meticulous. They documented everything. They remade you. 43 kilograms. The crack was still standing there. There was no document providing information about the crack. Approaching you this time was a woman. You could not hide your surprise. 18 years old. Her name was Victoria. She never liked the palace. That morning, before sitting on the throne, she wrote in her diary, "I am very young and inexperienced. I will do my best." Then she sat on the throne. She remained on the throne for 63 years. She became one of those who sat on the throne the longest in history. Names changed. Maps changed. She was always there. For 63 years, every day, the crack on the left armrest was felt under her fingers. She noticed it, but she didn't ask either. Some things are not asked. They are only carried. Victoria passed. You did not pass. A man arrives. He has sharp steps, in uniform, carrying medals. He sits quickly, as if it always belonged to him, as if someone else sat, they would ruin everything. There is a different kind of hunger in his eyes, cold and calculating. He sat for 10 years and the world was delivered to the flames. Millions of people went away. Names, faces. This man directed everything from here, with that crack located on the left hand. When his last day arrived, he tried to escape. He could not escape. History does not allow some people to escape. That man passed. You did not pass. You are behind a glass display case. The glass is cold. The ticking of a clock comes to your ear. Lights illuminate you. They have placed a small label in front of you. Date, 3000 BC. Material, stone, ivory, mother of pearl, gold plating. A special note has been added. There is a crack on the left armrest resulting from the original production. The stonemason's mistake carried the weight of 4,000 years. It was felt under every finger. Every finger passed. The crack remained. A family approaches. They look around. A small child, 8 years old, comes running to you, pressing his head against the glass. He just looks like that. He asks his mother what this is. The mother reads the label and says, "It's just a very old throne." She says kings sat on it thousands of years ago. "Which king?" asks the child. "Many kings sat," says his mother. The child just looks. You see something in his gaze. Pure, unmixed, uncalculating curiosity. He does not think about what he will win. He does not think about who he will be. He is just curious. Perhaps the only person who did not sit on this throne was the one who carried the curiosity. The family leaves. Silence fills the space again. 2 small handprints remain on the glass. As it cools, the handprints disappear. The crack on the left armrest is still there.